Talk about the CIA leak case, of which you were obviously a central part. This is what the president said in 2003 after the identity of Valerie Plame was divulged in a Robert Novak column. Watch.
If there's a leak out of my administration, I want to know who it is. If the person has violated law, the person will be taken care of.
Robert Novak, who divulged Valerie Plame's name in his column, appeared on this program with Tim Russert back in July, and Tim asked about his book. Watch.
Then you go on to say, in the book, senior White House advisor Karl Rove returned my call late that afternoon, July 8, 2003, the same day. I mentioned I had heard that Wilson's wife worked at the CIA in the counterproliferation section and that she had suggested Wilson be sent to Niger. I distinctly remember Rove's reply, quote, "Oh, you know that too." Rove and I also discussed other aspects of Wilson's admission, but since he never has disclosed them publicly, neither have I. So you considered Rove's comments, "Oh, you know that too," as a confirmation?
Yes. Were you a confirming source for Robert Novak?
No, and I remember it slightly differently. I remember saying, I've heard that too. Let me say this. There is a civil lawsuit filed by Mr. Wilson and Ms. Plame. It has been tossed out at the district court level. They've announced their intention to appeal. I think it is better that I not add anything beyond what is already in the public record until that suit is resolved. But as my recollection is that I said I heard that too. I would point you to what...
Where had you heard that?
You'll have to wait.
But that's an important distinction, because I heard that too suggests that you heard it from somebody else rather than knowing it yourself.
That's correct.
But he took those notes down just as you said them.
Well, but my recollection is I've heard that too. So, but the point is, if a journalist had said to me, "I'd like you to confirm this," my answer would have been, "I can't. I don't know. I've heard that too." What I did say to one reporter was, "I've heard that too." And what I said to another reporter off the record was, in essence, "I don't think you ought to be writing about this." And you know, I intend to hold my fire and not add anything else to the public record until after this is over.
Matt Cooper, the second reporter you're talking about, who then worked for Time, says you told him that Joe Wilson's wife, who worked for the CIA, authorized the trip.
Mm-hmm. Which I had been told by a reporter.
But did you tell that to Matt Cooper?
I'm going to let, I don't recall Mr. Cooper's conversation. I'll let his notes stand as a record of it. It's clear off the record that I'm talking to him off the record, trying to discourage him.
Whether it was off the record, whether you were saying, "I just heard that too," whatever it was you were saying, you're a government, excuse me, a government official. Why traffic at all in the fact that his wife worked for the CIA?
Look, I didn't confirm it. If somebody had said, if you as a reporter had said, "I'd like you to confirm this," my answer would have been to say, I can't. And again,
but you say that's not what you said to Bob.
I said
to Bob Novak.
I said that I heard that too. You know, that was not confirmation.
Cooper, let's pick up on an aspect of the interview with Karl Rove having to do with the leak case, the CIA leak case that you were part of as well. And something that's very interesting, he went out of his way to say, "I would not have been a confirming source on this kind of information," and taking issue with Novak's testimony and his column that he knew who Valerie Plame was. He said he would have never confirmed that information. That's different from your experience with him.
Yeah, I think he was dissembling, to put it charitably. Look, Karl Rove told me about Valerie Plame's identity on July 11th, 2003. I called him because Ambassador Wilson was in the news that week. I didn't know Ambassador Wilson even had a wife until I talked to Karl Rove, and he said that she worked at the agency and she worked on WMD. I mean, to imply that he didn't know about it, or that this was all the leak of someone else, or that he heard it as some rumor out in the hallway is nonsense.
But he makes no apologies to Valerie Plame.
Karl Rove never apologizes. That's not what he does.